What's going on, everybody? It's your friend Will. We're back, and we have a new deck today. And oh my, this is a throwback to. I'm just going to show this deck real quick for anyone who's kind of newer to the channel. So way back before they even put like real money into the game, the deck that I was playing a lot and got to master rank with was mostly this like 3-color explore deck. So I ran like the full 8 2-drop explorers plus the full 4 Wildgrowth Walker because red deck was just so popular. Jadelight, Chupacabra, Scarab God, and this was a list that I updated once they added the older sets and put like Walking Ballista and stuff in it. So this is like the deck that a lot of my early content was focused on, just because it was what I had. It was just what my collection had. But I wanted to show you all this deck, which made the top 8 of the GP in Brussels over the weekend. So it looks pretty similar to some of the green-black like energy token decks. It plays Adventurous Impulse, but it doesn't play the 2-drop snake that doubles all your token production. So instead, it plays some more Explorer guys. It plays the full 4 Hostage Taker, which will be interesting because I don't know, it just felt like the, at least in competitive constructed, it wasn't a very creature focused. Hasn't creature focused, but we're not going to play this there yet. Even has 2 main deck Confiscation Coup, which is really spicy, and a full 4 Scarab God lands. In the sideboard, you can see more or less they have a lot of stuff to bring in for like green-white, or sorry, not green-white, blue-white control. And a little bit of stuff to bring for the matchups. The Vizier is interesting. Not exactly sure what you bring this in for, but we'll be on the lookout for potential good times. So yeah, unfortunately, the person who played that did not win the tournament, but I was shocked to see them playing feature matches, and totally excited to play my favorite card, Jadelight Ranger. Hopefully it's not disappointing to anybody that we're abandoning the Fog deck. It did seem to be really popular. Definitely got a lot of views off of it, which I take it to mean more that people were just interested to see the deck after the Pro Tour performance, not so much that they like love the deck. Really disappointed that I didn't end up 5-0ing with it in any of the events that I played. But made a couple mistakes, got a little unlucky. Now this deck is fundamentally just more fair. This looks like we're going to start off with the mulligan, of course. First hand with a new deck. It's just going to be a 1-land mulligan. Alright, here we go. This is a nice one. So we have a turn 2 Jadelight. And do we want the second island? I think we want Black Source. Awesome. Okay. So just roll out the Jadelight here. I think we can keep that. Whatever they play here, we can decide if we're going to like hostage take it or if we're going to ignore it. Oh, this is that worth hostage taking? I think I may rather just ignore it. Ooh, Wildgrowth Walker will be good. But let's just take a second hostage taker here. Yeah. I think this is going to be really valuable. We can keep that. Take advantage of the fact that they can't block. So that's why I don't really want to steal it. They can't block with it. The downside is it does enable, leaving this in play enables their removal spell, which they may or may not be playing, to deal damage on Licensed Disintegration. But I think the damage is like, whatever, Pia. So let's Impulse again. And let's take the Fetid Pools. I'm stealing this just to get damage in this turn. I'm guessing that this is going to get abraded here. They played that into the Hostage Taker knowingly, so I'm guessing this is going to get removed. Or unlicensed. Yeah, there's unlicensed. So they get their guy back. Their gal back. Bomat Courier. Nice. I think we're just going to run it back. And now we have Blossoming Defense to protect. And it doesn't even look like we're necessarily wanting the mana, it just looks like we don't want to trade the elf for the token. Okay. I'm guessing they're just going to crack it here and use an energy. Yep. Alright, so we're on 5. But we get to play Pia. Three, 6, 7, 8. We get to play Llanowar Elf. I think we're just doing this because if they don't block. Cool. Got him. Fair deck takes the day. So against them, I think we probably just want these two Wildgrowth Walkers. Probably Confiscation Coup is too slow. Yeah. I'm guessing you cut these. Maybe in the... It looks like they're on the more aggressive version. If they were on, like, the more... You know, Dragon and Phoenix version, probably you can keep the Coup, but... It looked like they were on the more aggressive version, although it's hard to tell. They just could have drawn that half of their deck. But I don't think we need... I mean, Brontodon is a good blocker. Like, Hostage Taker might not actually beat that good here, but let's try this and see if we just get run over, and if we do, we can trim some Hostage Takers for Brontodon. So just kind of do double duty of being a huge turn 3 play, or turn 2 play potentially to block, and you know, being able to destroy like a Heart of Kirin or something like that. Another one-lander. Cool. This might be keepable though. We have Adventurous Impulse. No, this is pretty loose. We're on the draw. I think we can keep this. Impulse into Servant. Now, if these were right here is like a good example of like, ooh, if these were Brontodons, I'd be feeling pretty good. All right, let's grab the Blooming Marsh. Wow, what? They just didn't want to play. They just bricked out. Cool. No, that was a pretty easy 2-0. Pretty easy 1-0 into our opponent rage quitting. So let's go again. There's a few things I'm sure of in this list, like 4 Scarab God. Makes me a little uneasy. And the 0 Planeswalkers also makes me a little uneasy. But I guess they're not playing things like Chupacabra. They're playing Hostage Taker over that. They also don't have Champion of Wits. I mean, there's like a lot of interesting decisions. Like this deck plays... Well, so far it's been playing okay, but oh, this is a keep. If they're at all aggressive, this is like devastating. This is a new player, I guess. Ooh. I think we're just gonna take another Jadelight here. This card's so good. Oh, excellent. Maybe we even just do this here. Start beating down with these Wildgrowth Walkers. This singular Wildgrowth Walker. This mech warrior made of roots. So here we're kind of hoping that they're on like mono green beatdown. Because even if they just go like right into a 5/4 here, we're going to be able to race them with this Walker. This is the Jadelight thing. Oh, divest. Okay, we're okay. You can take the one you saw, but there's 2 more, my friend. That's right. wonder if they're just going to concede to seeing this. Oh, wow. Interesting. Probably should have even graveyarded that, to be honest. Oh. 2 can play the life gain game. Alright. I'll happily take a hit from Heart of Kirin. So in a match like this, the walkers seemed good. They were playing main deck divest, which is weird. I think we're going to take the coups out again, put in the walkers, and I think we're going to do something like this, and put in 3 Brontodons. I think this is okay. Just seeing that mulligan that we had last round, where we just had a hand of all hostage takers, made me think we do want to bring the Brontodons in anything like that, any matchup like this. Alright, this hand's keepable. Seems like very keepable. Probably even gonna lead with the harbor here. I'm just wondering how important it is to impulse turn 1, but I think it might be important to pick up a Jadelight here. So they need removal for this. Which they could have here if they could cast down off of that mana. I'm guessing more likely they're just going to set it for 3. It's okay. We make it all back and then some. Alright, let's dig for untapped land. Oh, they brought in this, which one is this? Interesting. Interesting because they can't block the way that they... Show me land. Oh. Where's my hostage taker? I don't want that. Alright, let's find land. Come on. Nice. I think we're just gonna go like that. Mm-hmm. The reason we're doing that, one, just to get this off the table, but two, because they're not going to have a ton of ways to interact with us, I don't think. And we have all these blossoming defenses anyways, but we also have Scarab God coming up. It looks like they're kicking it. Fights another target creature. Okay. So there's just dies, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm not sure if our opponent knew that's how it was going to work. Maybe they misclicked and meant to hit, like, the Branchwalker. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt there. Don't even need to block. So I'm guessing they're going to hold back some number here of little ones to jump block. But knowing that they're drawing Blossoming Defense, like, we know we're 100% in the clear to play Scarab God next turn. And once they do, they're just not going to be able to do anything about it. There's not even really any pressure on us. To do anything, like even make an attack this turn. We have 2 Jadelights and a Hostage Taker down here, so they're going to draw Divest, which is a literal do-nothing card at this point in the game. Yeah. I mean, we're just going to Hostage Take their Horde. Cool. So far, not losing anything. And even making some quick quest progress, which is great. And, yeah, so this deck is pretty interesting, pretty exciting. I mean, actually, it's the opposite of exciting. You look at the deck list, and this is... The only thing that excites me about this deck is the 4 Jadelight Ranger, because this is just one of my... This card and Champion of Wits are like 2 of my favorite cards since returning to Magic. This seems like a pure metagame call right here. And this seems like a metagame call too. Like, I'm trying to think of what matchups Scarab God is really good against. Obviously, like other mid-range creature decks, it's insane. But even against the red-black decks, unless they're the slower builds, it can be a little bit do nothing. But anyways, I mean, we can't argue with the results yet. I don't want to jump in and change anything, having just won 3 games in a row. But I don't want to make this one too long here. So we're going to go ahead and call this video. Hopefully you like this deck. For anyone who thought Fog was boring or that they don't just like the deck exists, I know there's at least one person. Hopefully decks like this, we can play more of them. A little more fair decks, a little more like playing actual Magic. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Let me know what you think of the deck, any ideas for changes. Are you shocked that this deck made the top 8 of a GP? I know I am a little bit. But thanks for watching, everyone, and we'll be back tomorrow with more.